Hello everyone, welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise. In the last episode, we improved to 3-0 after beating the Baltimore Ravens in pretty dominant fashion. 38-13 was the final. I went ahead and changed up the sliders a little bit. I'll go ahead and show you guys that if you are interested. I play on all Madden simulation, and for the most part, these are MAT 10 sliders, but adjusted to make things even more difficult because it's been a little too easy as of late. So these are the player skill sliders and the CPU skill sliders. Most notably, I upped the pass defense reaction time and the pass coverage because I'm actually pretty happy with how the defense played in the last game. I just want the offense to be a little harder to come by as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings now that we're 3 games into the season in the AFC North. The Steelers are 2-1, the Browns are 1-2, the Ravens are 1-2, and the Bengals are 0-3. The Colts are 2-1, the Titans are 1-2, the Jags are 1-2, the Texans are 1-2. In the AFC East, it's a 4-way tie at 2-1. In the AFC West, we are 3-0, the Chargers are 3-0, the Raiders are 2-1, and the Chiefs are 1-2. In the NFC North, the Bears are 3-0, the Vikings 2-1, the Lions 0-3, and the Packers 0-3. In the NFC South, the Bucks are 2-1, the Falcons 1-2, the Saints 0-3, the Panthers 0-3, the Eagles are 2-1, the Giants are 2-1, the Cowboys are 2-1, and the Commanders are 1-2. And in the NFC West, the 49ers are 3-0, the Seahawks are 2-1, the Rams are 2-1, and the Cardinals are 0-3. So let's get into this week's action. We've got a QB1 check-in after his first 3 starts. Coach, your team has played really well in the early part of the season and is off to a hot start. How much of that is because of Dennis Colbert? I'm going to praise Dennis. He has played really well, yet to throw an interception. Has struggled here and there, but he is a rookie, so you'd expect that a little bit, but otherwise has been really, really good. Beat the Vikings and have 300 plus passing yards with Dennis. Oh boy. If you recall from the year 2 recap episode, the Vikings are actually the team that won the Super Bowl. They are led by Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is their starter. They have Otis Meeks, the second-year quarterback, up to a 68 overall. They have Devin Singletary, and of course, they still have Justin Jefferson. Jordan Addison has developed nicely. He's up to an 82. KJ is still here at a 79, and then they have a second-year player, Lionel Strickland. They do still have TJ Hawkinson as well. He's up to a 91. This is a formidable offense. I went ahead and did practice and training already, and there are a couple injuries to report. Mainly, Tyreek Stevenson, the CB2, has an ACL sprain and he will miss today's action. Drew Tranquil, our starting outside linebacker, has an ACL sprain, and Jabril Cox, one of our backup linebackers, has a quad strain. So today, starting at right outside linebacker will be Avery Baptiste, where normally it is Drew Tranquil. And with Tyreek Stevenson injured, we're going to give the undrafted rookie Quincy Walls a chance to be the CB3 for today. Damari Mathis, of course, will move up to the CB2 position, and Dante Wake is still the slot corner, but you will see some, or at least more, of Quincy Walls. There are some players to upgrade after training, one of those being the main free agent acquisition of this season, that is Justin Reed. And in all honesty, let's just keep him a scheme fit, dump points into zone for him. He gets +2 awareness and +1 zone coverage. Zion Johnson, our starting left guard, definitely needs to work on his pass protection, and he gets +2 pass block finesse and 1 pass block power. Cameron Bynum, our starting strong safety, although who knows how long he'll be sticking around, 27 years old with normal dev. Would love to get his zone coverage up, honestly, so let's dump some points into zone for him. 1 zone coverage, 1 pursuit, and 1 awareness. JD Robertson, the rookie D tackle, and let's just keep dumping points into run stopper for him. He'll get 1 awareness, 1 block shed, and 2 play recognition, a good upgrade for JD. Dante Wake gets an upgrade for him. He really, if he's going to be the slot corner, needs to work on his press more than anything else. Unfortunately, it looks like you can't see press coverage in here, but I know that his press is bad. We should maybe just change his position to corner, but I like having him as a safety because it means you can put him a lot of different places. We're going to go into hybrid for him. He is truly a hybrid player, and let's keep upgrading that. 1 awareness, 1 man coverage, 2 play rec, 1 tackle, 1 zone. So no press upgrade, but it is what it is. Avery Baptiste has an upgrade, the guy playing in place of Drew Tranquil today, and we'll give him a pass coverage upgrade as well. He moves to +3 man coverage, 1 tackle, and 1 zone. He now has 68 man and 71 zone coverage. And then Quincy Walls has an upgrade, and like I said, we pretty much only do man, but he also is very weak in press, but it looks like man gives him press anyway. So let's go man to man for him. Hopefully he gets a press upgrade, and he does. +1 press, +1 man, +2 awareness. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the matchup against the Super Bowl champion Minnesota Minnesota Vikings. In Minneapolis, Minnesota will be facing off against the Vikings, who of course have just come off a Super Bowl victory, which was interesting to see. They definitely weren't the best team in terms of overall in the playoffs, but they managed to get it done, and that's all you can really ask for. The Broncos will start with the football, and we are underway here in Minnesota. Jerry Perry back to return from just outside the end zone. He'll take this one back. Got a small lane up the middle, got to the 27, so I guess it's a small improvement on the 25, and that is where Dennis Colbert, the rookie quarterback, will take the field for the first time today. 917 yards, 10 touchdowns, no picks through 3 games. The biggest issue so far this season with Dennis Colbert has just been intermittent inaccuracies. Occasionally he'll just go through a spree of bad throws, but no throw here as it's a carry for Javonte Williams, and he's got a first down, a pickup of 11. We have really struggled to run the ball so far this season. Hopefully we can improve on that today. This Vikings defense is not too great. Their offense is definitely the strong point of this team. Tajay Spears on the carry. It looks like he's going to have a first down as well. A pickup of 10 for him. 1st and 10 from the 48. It's going to be a draw play to Javonte Williams, and it looks like this run defense for the Vikings is not very good. Now it is 2nd and 2. Colbert back to pass. Looking for Chester Truman on the right side. It's punched away, and it'll be incomplete. 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Colbert back to pass. Has a man. That's the rookie tight end. That's Jay Stewart on the reception to the 25 in Minnesota territory. Jay Stewart had his first catch and first touchdown of his career at the end of the last game in garbage time. Good to see that from him, although it looks like he may be getting more playing time. 1st and 10 from the 25. Back to pass. Colbert fires, finds Truman. That was a dangerous throw, but completed to Chester Truman. It's going to be 1st and goal Denver. From the 7, can Denver punch it in on their first drive of the day? This will be dumped off to Javonte Williams. Can't quite get to the edge, but does have a decent pickup. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. Goal line formation despite being at the 3. 2nd and goal. Handoff up the gut. Javonte Williams not in. Down at the 1, 3rd and goal coming up. From the half-yard line, it is 3rd and goal. Can Denver punch it in? Handoff, Brandon Gresham. That's the fullback. Touchdown, Broncos. Brandon Gresham. A bit of a find at the end of the draft. Has at least star development, although I don't think it's been revealed yet. Scores a touchdown here for the Broncos. Will take an early 6-0 lead. Now this is where the fun begins. It's 1st and 10 from the 25, and Baker Mayfield is under center. Hands off Singletary up the middle, down at the 29, 2nd and 6. I say this is where the fun begins because it's going to be PS2 versus Justin Jefferson, the 2 best at their position in the league right now. And that's going to be the matchup all game. Oh my goodness, should have been picked by Damari Mathis. Mayfield looking in the direction of Addison. 3rd down and 6. Can Denver get a 3 and out to start the day defensively? That'd be something. As Mayfield will look to throw, steps up, fires across the middle, and finds Hawkinson. A dangerous throw, but completed nonetheless. So a fresh set of downs for the Vikings. They have a very potent offense. As Mayfield will look to throw again, fires for Hawkinson, brought down, loss of 1. That's Drew Sanders all over it. 2nd and 11 from the 39. Mayfield empty set, has time, launches one, should have been intercepted. That's Drew Sanders in coverage again. 3rd and 11. Good defense so far on the first couple of downs, but we'll see if 3rd down can be stopped. As off his back foot, Mayfield throws for Jordan Addison. It falls incomplete. 4th and 11. They'll punt it away. Denver football once again, starting from the 24. Colbert under center will hand off Javonte Williams, and this time going nowhere. They'll call it a pickup of 1, but I'd say that is generous. The Vikings are, of course, the team we traded Josie Jewell to, I believe. So you might see him. We traded him in Season 1. 2nd and 9. From the 25, handoff Tajay Spears. That run blocking up the middle was fantastic, and Spears with a ton of room gets to the 46. A huge run for Spears. That blocking was exceptional. Not a single missed block on the offensive line there. 1st and 10 from the 46. Williams back in the game. Has a carry up the middle falls forward, a pickup of 7. 2nd down and 3 for Denver. A blitz sent by the Vikings. Chester Truman on the reception, though. Jukes out one defender and goes down at the 28. 4 for 5 for 60 to start the day for Colbert. 1st and 10 from the 28. Colbert play action. Back to throw. Looking for Winters. End zone knocked away. On 2nd and 10 from the 28. Colbert on the RPO will hit Chester Truman, but he can't break out of the tackle. 3rd and 10 coming up. 3rd down. Colbert, what can he do? Back to throw. Looking for Winters. It's intercepted, the first of his career. Dennis Colbert throws a pick, and Harrison Smith off to the races, runs past Colbert, and has the Vikings in excellent field position to the 32. It was Harrison Smith, the first interception in the career of Dennis Colbert. He finally threw one. I'd say 10 touchdowns for every one pick is pretty good, though. The Vikings take over. 1st and 10 from the 32 after the interception. We'll see if the Vikings can capitalize. Finding Hawkinson is Mayfield down at the 24, pickup of 8. On 2nd and 2, see if they go to the ground here. That's what I was reading, and I was right. Khalil Mack stopping KJ Osborne. 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Denver looking for a stop, holding them to a field goal, and a great tackle from Baron Browning. Forces 4th and 1 from the 24. We'll see if they elect to kick the field goal. They are going for it on 4th down and 1. Can we make a stop? Mayfield from under center lets it go to the end of the first quarter, and we'll see what they decide to do to start the second. 4th and 1. It is a throw. Mayfield fires. Intercepted. That's Pat Surtain, and I think it's going to be a pick 6. A huge mistake by Baker Mayfield is going to lead to a touchdown the other way. It's PS2 with a pick 6. Unbelievable turn of events there. They should have just settled for the field goal on 4th down. Instead, Mayfield tries to force feed JJ, and it does not work out. PS2 read that the whole way, picks it off, runs it back. 6 more for Denver. An unfortunate turn of events for the Vikings. 2nd down, Mayfield out of the shotgun with Singletary to his left. He is looking to throw, has his man, it's Justin Jefferson. And that will set up a 3rd and 3. Denver looking for yet another stop defensively. 3rd down and 3 from the 32. As Mayfield out of the shotgun. Fires, finds his man, but it's punched out by Justin Reed. In the direction of Hawkinson, it's 4th and 3. And I would bet the Vikings punt it away again. The Denver offense back on the field with a bigger lead than they had the last time they were here. 14-0 with 9.5 left to play in the second, as Spears will cut this up the middle. On 2nd down, Javonte back in the game, goes nowhere. 3rd and 6 coming up. That was his former teammate, Josie Jewell, on the tackle. 3rd down and 6. And Colbert goes down, can't quite get the pass off. A good blitz there. 4th and 6. We'll have to punt it away. So can the Vikings offense get anything going? They've really struggled to this point. And a handoff to Singletary. Doesn't get very far. J.D. Robertson and Devin Bush combine for the tackle. 2nd and 9. Under 8 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Vikings desperately looking for points, as it's going to be another handoff. Singletary. Decent running room this time, and sets up a 3rd and more manageable 4. If you look at the ticker on the bottom, the Chiefs currently killing the Raiders, so they're definitely not out of the division despite starting 1 and 2. This is a dump off to Singletary. Reed makes a good wrap-up tackle, and it's 4th and 3. And injury to insult, I guess, in this case, as a Viking will leave with an injury, headed to the locker room. So the Broncos back on the field offensively once again. 6:49 left to play here in the second quarter. It's 1st and 10, and Colbert will look to throw. Has his man, it's Winters, but it's inaccurate. Colbert looking a little rattled since the interception. That makes it 2nd down and 10. From the 29, and we'll go to Tajay Spears on the carry. Gets some good blocking down the field from his receivers and gets to the 45. A big pickup for Tajay Spears. That makes it 1st and 10 from the 45. We'll go play action. Colbert back to pass. Launching one down the field. He wants Marvin Mims. It's swatted away. 2nd and 10 from the 45. Colbert. More play action. Looks to throw, has a man. It's Zay Jones, and he makes the grab of the 31, a 1st and 10 for the Broncos. The offense has not been working great, but it has been working. 1st and 10 from the 31. It's Tajay Spears on the carry, tries to cut it back, loses a yard. That looked like more than a yard to me. 2nd and 11. From the 32, Colbert back to pass on this long 2nd down. Fires for Rashad Winters, who makes the catch and then is brought down at the 12. 1st and 10 again for Denver. Rashad Winters has been receiving a ton of love this season from Dennis Colbert. 1st and 10 from the 12. We're going to go to him again. He's wide open, forgotten about, in the corner of the end zone, and that's a touchdown for the Broncos. Rashad Winters, Dennis Colbert, and Chester Truman absolutely run this passing attack. And that is another touchdown for the Broncos. Another day, another fantastic start for this Denver team. The Vikings really struggling. They cannot get any offense going. The best chance they had was off of the Harrison Smith interception, and we saw how that turned out. 4 minutes left to play. They do start with the ball in the 2nd half, so if they can manage to score here, they can make this a ball game with another one. As finally, looking down the field as Baker Mayfield dumps it off to Jordan Addison, 1st and 10 at the 46. That might be the first throw past 10 yards all day for Baker Mayfield. As from under center, 2 tight ends to the left. It's a fake to Singletary. Mayfield rolling to his right, on the run, finds his man. That's Justin Jefferson getting the better of PS2 this time. 1st and 10 to the 27 for the Vikings. That sets up a 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, Mayfield will hand off to Singletary. Good running room to the right side. Cameron Bynum with a good tackle. 3rd and 1. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. They might be scoring a little too quickly if they are scoring here, leaving plenty of time for this Broncos offense, as that's a throw for Singletary. I think it was supposed to be Avery Baptiste in coverage, and that was horrendous. I don't know where all this sudden offense came from the Vikings, but I'm sure they're happy with it. 2-minute warning is come and gone. 1st and goal from the 2. It is a handoff. Singletary breaks a tackle and walks it in. Touchdown, Vikings. Gonna chip away at this Denver lead before the half, but they may have left a little bit too much time on the clock. Denver will have nearly 2 minutes and all of their timeouts to get extra points. So the Broncos offense back on the field, like I mentioned. 1:56 and 3 timeouts is a shocking amount of time, especially for this offense. Taking a shot down the field immediately, looking for Truman, and it's dropped. A rarity from Chester Truman. Make it 2nd and 10 from the 25. Colbert back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, looking to run, slides down at the 33. It'll be 3rd and 2. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. This could turn on its heels if the Vikings get a stop here. Could potentially add more points before the half. Colbert on the run, tries to hit Zay Jones. It falls incomplete. And now with 1:11, the Vikings are going to have a chance to add more points. If the Vikings score here, like I said, they start with the ball in the 2nd half. They could make it 21-21. This could be a huge turn of events for Minnesota, as KJ Osborne on the reception makes it 2nd and 2. They burn their first timeout. 56 seconds remain here in the 1st half. Mayfield out of the shotgun completely on his own. Finds KJ again, brought down by Drew Sanders. 1st and 10. Once again in the hurry up. 40 seconds left. Mayfield will look to throw once more. Finds Justin Jefferson laid out by Devin Bush. 2nd and 1. They call another timeout. 33 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. Mayfield with Singletary to his left. Takes the snap. Launches one. Has his man Singletary over pursued by 2 different Bronco defenders. That is a huge mistake. They burn their last timeout. There's 26 seconds left. 1st and 10. From the Denver 39. They're basically in field goal range already, so they don't need to try too hard, as Addison will have the reception 2nd and inches. Surely they hurry it up here. They brought the field goal unit out. Can they get the kickoff in time? They're prepared with 3 seconds left. Kick is up. Kick is good. Clock hits 0, and it'll be 21-10 for the Broncos heading into the half. This game feels like it should be even more of a blowout for Denver than it is, only up by 11 at this point, and the Vikings, of course, will start with the ball in the second half. Halftime report. Let's take a look around the league. I always enjoy this part of the episode, get to see what's going on elsewhere. In Kansas City, the Raiders, last I knew, were getting crapped on 10-28 at the half. In Atlanta, the Saints are visiting, and the Falcons up 14-0. Both of these teams struggling off the start. And the Bills playing against the Jets, and they are down 0-17, led by the Zach Wilson New York Jets. 21-10 is your score as the third quarter gets underway. The Vikings looking to make this a one-possession game by the end of this drive. It's going to be a handoff. Singletary, actually, it fooled even me. It's a fake to Singletary. Goes down the field to Jordan Addison. A big pickup for the Vikings. Fooled everyone, including the commentator. 1st and 10 at the 45 after the big play, as Mayfield from under center will look to throw again. Blitzed very quickly. Baron Browning's in the backfield, leads him into Khalil Mack, who picks up the sack. 2nd and 20 for the Vikings. 2nd and very long to go for Baker Mayfield. See what he does. Back to throw. Wants Justin Jefferson. Has it punched out. That's PS2. That is a really, really fun matchup over there between those two. 3rd and 20 at the 35. This will be a tough one to pick up. Let's see if Mayfield can make it happen. On the run, launching one down the field. It's caught by Justin Jefferson. He always manages to make these miracle plays happen, and the best wide receiver in the NFL does it again. PS2 in disbelief. It's shocking that Mayfield even got that one off. Had Zach Allen and Khalil Mack all over him. 1st and 10 from the 40 as Mayfield fires to Singletary, who's brought down before the line of scrimmage by Drew Sanders. Another 3rd down situation. Does he go to his bailout man once again? From the 40, Mayfield by himself. Blitz picked up and dropped by KJ Osborne. 4th and 10 Minnesota. A really terrible time for a drop. And they're electing to punt it away rather than try the, what would that be, 55-ish yard field goal. And this one looks like it'll go into the end zone. It does. Denver will start from the 20. So the Denver defense manages to come away unscathed, and it is still a 2-possession lead for the Broncos. On the first play of the second half, Tajay Spears can't get anywhere. 2nd and 10. I feel like they've really ramped up the run defense, and our pass offense has not been too good today either. As Colbert is back to pass, wants Mims, but overthrows him. 3rd and 10. From the 20 on 3rd down, Colbert play action. Launches one down the field for Chester Truman, and it is tipped away. What a play by the corner. If that has more air under it, that's probably a completion. Denver will have to punt. The Vikings currently winning the field position battle, starting from their own 34. Relatively decent field position. On 1st and 10, it's an RPO. Justin Jefferson can't haul it in. PS2 all over him. For the most part, I would say that PS2 is winning that battle, although Jefferson has had his moments. 2nd and 10. Mayfield launches one, finds Addison. Damari Mathis in coverage couldn't keep up. That's where Tyreek Stevenson would be. So 1st and 15 after the false start penalty, starting from exactly midfield. It'll be a handoff to Singletary, and Zach Allen not letting that go anywhere. No gain. Moving Zach Allen to D-tackle was one of the best decisions I made in the first season of this Denver Broncos franchise. He has been absolutely elite from there, as Mayfield will roll to his left, being chased down by Khalil Mack. He throws it away wisely. 3rd and 15. From the 50, it is 3rd down Vikings. Can Mayfield work some more magic? No, he can't. In fact, it's punched out by Baron Browning and recovered by Zach Allen. Oh my God, Baker Mayfield may have just thrown this game away. Baron Browning comes in, makes a play, and Zach Allen on top of it. So the Denver offense is taking over from the 34 after the 2nd Mayfield turnover of the day. 1st and 10. Handoff Javonte Williams. Lane was clogged, so he cut it back. Gets a pickup of 5. 2nd down, 5 to go. Colbert play action. Rolls to his right, dumps it off to the tight end, Jay Stewart. He's absolutely massive. He looks like a giant out there. 1st and 10 for Denver. From the 19 on 1st down, Colbert Back to pass, has Chester Truman, and he makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Chester Truman, if it's overthrown, it's really not, because he's just fast enough to catch up. Marvin Mims doing some spins on the left. I don't know if you guys saw that. But Denver will extend the lead off of the turnover, and it's going to be 28-10 after the PAT. I feel like Baker Mayfield has not played terribly today. He's just had 2 untimely turnovers that have led to 2 Broncos touchdowns. On this play, he's going to dump it off to Singletary. And Baron Browning going to exit with an injury. That will bring in Nick Bonito. So a very, very quality backup player. He's not Baron Browning, but he is pretty good himself, as Mayfield finds Justin Jefferson, gets to the 48. 1st and 10 Minnesota. Baron Browning with the torn labrum. He will not return for this game and will likely miss a good chunk of this season, I imagine. So it is Nick Bonito's time to shine. Got replaced by Khalil Mack on the opposite side for this season, and now will take over for Baron Browning for the foreseeable future. It is a throw for Mayfield, has his man up the middle. That's Justin Jefferson, brought down by Drew Sanders, who saves a touchdown to the 24. Go the Vikings. Our pass rush definitely not as good with Baron Browning out, so a little unfortunate. Zach Allen will probably have to step up a little bit, may even consider moving some people around, who knows. 1st and 10 from the 24, and it's an end around to KJ Osborne, and he's into the end zone. Those plays almost never work, but it does this time. And the Vikings, on like 3 or 4 plays, have scored a touchdown and are going to make it 28-17, keeping themselves close. 1st and 10, Denver, starting from their own 20 after a poor return. On 1st and 10, it's a handoff for Spears, has good running room, tries to juke out a defender, can't do it. Down at the 33, another 1st down. From the 33, Colbert out of the shotgun. Will look to throw. Gonna try to dump it off to Winter. Surprised he made that throw. And that is a pickup of 5. 2nd down and 5. It's play action. And oh my God, a terrible throw from Dennis Colbert leads to his 2nd pick on the day. 1st and 10 Vikings. We are keeping them in this game ourselves. He was looking downfield. I think that was Marvin Mims. It was actually Jerry Perry that was in the direction of, and just incredibly inaccurate from Dennis. And the Vikings will take over. Well, that is not great. 2 turnovers for each team, though, so an even playing field, as it's a fake to Singletary and a throw down the field, nearly intercepted. That's Damari Mathis in coverage. 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Mayfield from the shotgun from the 46. This time it is a real handoff to Singletary. Room to work with, gets to the 41, sets up a 3rd down and 4. Denver looking to bail out the offense yet again. 3rd and 4 from the 41, as Mayfield throws, nearly intercepted by a couple different players, and Dante Wake doing a freeze frame to celebrate. And from this spot on the field, they are punting it away again. Hopefully this time they can at least... Oh, it's a fake! I've never seen the AI fake it, and it worked! That is incredible! The Minnesota Vikings fake a punt from the 41, and they convert with the fullback. I have seen everything now. A fake punt from the CPU. Very, very rare. 1st and 10 as Mayfield fires, finds Jordan Addison, a pickup of 6. Well, it keeps the drive alive, so I am here for it. I always respect a fake punt. On 2nd and 4, a handoff, Singletary right side, runs into Damari Mathis, with help from Cameron Bynum down at the 16. 4th quarter underway. 1st and 10 from the 16 for Minnesota. Handoff, Singletary got his legs taken out. It'll be 2nd and 7. Normally the running game absolutely kills us, and today it has been relatively quiet, so good job from the defense. On 2nd and 7 from the 13, they're trying another end around to KJ, and it doesn't work. 3rd and 8. Khalil Mack was all over that one. From the 14, it is 3rd down, and that is a false start on the Vikings. They'll back it up. Make it a 3rd and 13 for Minnesota. Can Mayfield bail them out once again? They seem to convert these 3rd and longs a lot. As Mayfield will roll to his left and throw nearly out of bounds. Dante Wake forces the incompletion. 4th and 13. I imagine they kick a field goal here. They are indeed attempting a field goal on 4th and 13. That kick is up. That kick is good, and it is officially a one-possession game, 28-20 in favor of the Broncos. Colbert having by far the worst day of his career. Everyone has bad days, so we aren't going to hold it against him. 1st and 10 from the 25. We'll go to Javonte Williams. Has good running room to the right side and has a first down to the 36. Williams and Spears have both been very good out of the backfield today. And we're going to be running the ball a lot here in the 4th quarter. Try to kill this clock. From the 36, it is Tajay Spears on the carry. Has a pickup of 7. Correction, it's a pickup of 3. It is 2nd and 7. Got my numbers mixed up. From the 39, Colbert will look to throw and can just dump this off to Rashad Winters, take the safe play, take the first down. He goes down to the 47 and the clock continues to roll. From the 47, it is 1st and 10, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Javonte Williams, not a ton of room to work with, but it's a pickup of 3, not 7. On 2nd and 7 from midfield, Colbert play action, will roll to his right, has a man and missed the throw in the direction of Jerry Perry. Just a rough day for Dennis Colbert. 3rd and 7. And Colbert launching one down the field, overthrown by quite a bit in the direction of Rashad Winters. It's 4th and 7, and the Broncos are going to have to punt. A decent punt. We'll see the Vikings start from the 12. They have to get a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie this game up. 7 minutes left to play. Mayfield finds his man. That is Justin Jefferson, and it's going to be a first down. From the 22, Mayfield calling an audible. Out of the shotgun, takes a snap, looks to throw. Rolling to his left, throws, finds Hawkinson with Justin Reed in coverage. What a throw and catch from the pair of Vikings players. Another first down, just under 6 minutes left to play now from the 49. Mayfield under center this time. Will hand it off to Singletary, and he has great running room this time. Stood up at the 40, but another first down for Minnesota. They're moving right along. Their offense was struggling in the first half, but have definitely turned it on here in the second. 1st and 10 from the 40 as Mayfield fires one down the field, and just inaccurate, I guess. Falls incomplete. Damari Mathis in coverage on Jordan Addison. Make it 2nd and 10 from the 40. As Mayfield fakes and then goes down. It is Devin Bush on the blitz. Instantly there after the play action, it's going to be 3rd and 17 Vikings. So can Denver get a stop here on 3rd and very long? It's a screen set up for Hawkinson. Has great blocking. Only one man to beat, but it's Justin Reed. Maybe the best tackler on the whole team. 4th and 5. What will they do from the 35? They're going for it. This could be the game. 4 minutes left to play. Mayfield out of the shotgun. 4th down. Fires quickly. Finds Jefferson, but it's punched out by PS2, and it's a turnover on downs for the Broncos. PS2 has had quite the matchup with Justin Jefferson. Has given up a good chunk of yards, but forces an incompletion when it matters. So Denver will take over and look to kill as much clock as possible. Up 28-20 with 4 minutes left to play. Javonte Williams will lose a yard. That was the former Bronco Josie Jewell making the tackle. Make it 2nd and 11 from the 33. We'll continue to chip away at this clock. Try to hit Chester Truman. He does make the grab, but that was excellent coverage, which typically is not the case on Chester Truman. 3rd down. This is a pretty critical 3rd down. Obviously, the Vikings still have all of their timeouts. They could stop the clock, but if we convert here, it makes it a lot harder for them to win. And who else would we go to? It's Chester Truman, and he breaks a couple of tackles and finally goes down at the Minnesota 41. 1st and 10, Denver. 2-minute warning, come and gone. 1st and 10, Denver from the 41. The Vikings will start using their timeouts. A first down would essentially win the game for the Broncos. Spears can't quite do it. Pickup of 6. Minute 57 left. We are now in Tanner Brown field goal range. On 2nd and 4 from the 36, Williams goes nowhere, and he's injured on the play. That was Josie Jewell again. He's been all over us today, and Javonte Williams is headed to the locker room. And that is also one of our timeouts, so not ideal to have an injury right there for 2 reasons. 1, we hate to lose Javonte, and 2, it uses one of our timeouts instead of theirs, so they can keep one, and now they'll force 4th and 5. It's a bruised sternum for Javonte, so he'll miss the rest of this game. So we will attempt a 54-yard field goal with Tanner Brown. That kick is up, and it is right down Broadway, and it is now a 2-possession lead for Denver once again. 31-20 is your score. The Vikings going to need some type of miracle. 1st and 10 from the 25. We'll see if the Vikings can make this miracle a reality as Mayfield fires, finds Justin Jefferson. He's got a good pickup to the 41. They hurry it up. 1st and 10 from the 41. A minute and a half left to play. Mayfield looks to throw again. Should have been intercepted by PS2. Falls incomplete instead. Minute 25 left. Mayfield throws, has Hawkinson. That was Damari Mathis in coverage, getting scorched by the tight end. He went out of bounds as well, so still a minute and 20 remaining. 1st and 10 from the 42. Mayfield fires, finds Justin Jefferson to the 23. They'll hurry it up again. A minute left to play. So we'll see if Mayfield can work some magic. Finds Singletary right side, nowhere to go. That's a loss of 1. Drew Sanders all over that one. Now 40 seconds left as Mayfield is out of the shotgun. Has plenty of time, fires, finds Hawkinson. That's Dante Wake, though, breaking it up. Not a great throw from Baker. 3rd down and 11. They can settle for a field goal here as Mayfield launches one, finds KJ, and he breaks the Justin Reed tackle and finds the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Making this game close at the end, but it's probably not going to matter unless they can convert an onside kick. We'll see if they go for 2 or just go for the 1 extra point. They are going for 2. It makes sense. If they convert here, they only need a field goal, but it still requires getting the onside kick as Mayfield finds his man. What a catch by Jordan Addison. Draped in coverage by Cameron Bynum. The 2-point conversion's good, and it's 31-28. So an onside kick. Here we go. And immediately recovered by the fullback Brandon Graham. And the Broncos going to exit 4-0. Beating the Super Bowl winners from last season. 31-28 is your final. The score being really a lot closer than I think the game ever really was at any point. For the most part, Denver was up by 2 possessions for the whole game, and the Vikings, just managed to get that touchdown at the end to make it very, very close. But we'll take another victory, exit 4-0. Let's take a look at player stats. Baker Mayfield, 30 completions on 48 attempts, 382 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. By far the worst day of Dennis Colbert's young career. 183 yards on 51% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns to the 2 interceptions. Rushing, Devin Singletary was not very good, which is shocking because usually we get killed by even, mediocre running backs. Javonte Williams was pretty good before exiting with injury. Tajay Spears, though, was exceptional. 10 for 71, 7.1 a carry. Very good day from really both the running backs, but especially from Tajay Spears. And then, of course, Brandon Gresham had 1 carry, and that 1 carry was a touchdown. Receiving, Justin Jefferson did have 160 yards, but I do feel like he was quieter than he would have been against pretty much anybody else. PS2 did a great job preventing big plays for the most part. Like Justin Jefferson, he's going to get his. He's a 99 overall wide receiver in Madden, but PS2 forced the ball out a number of times because Justin Jefferson probably had like 15 targets. In fact, it says he has 4 drops, but I would venture to guess that those were all punch outs. Chester Truman, 6 for 81 and a touchdown. Rashad Winters, 4 for 45 and a touchdown. And everybody else was silent pretty much. Jay Stewart, the next guy, 2 for 29. Zay Jones, 1 for 24. Javonte, 1 for 4. I think this really just goes to show how much Dennis struggled, but still a lot of yards and a touchdown for Chester Truman. Defensively, Justin Reed led the way in solo tackles, but Drew Sanders had the most total tackles. And then for TFLs, Khalil Mack had 3, Drew Sanders 2, Baron Browning 1, Devin Bush 1, and then Baron Browning, Khalil Mack, and Devin Bush each had a sack. And of course, course, PS2 with his interception. So we got to check in on the QB1 check-in. We obviously didn't throw for 300 yards with Colbert. Didn't have the game I set out to have, but personal achievements are secondary to getting the win, and we accomplished that this week. We did indeed. I think if it weren't for the mistakes the Vikings made, they very likely would have won that game, but it really just came down to 2 defensive touchdowns, basically. I know that the fumble recovery wasn't actually a touchdown from the defense, but it put us at like the 25, so it was very easy to score. And then, of course, the pick 6 from PS2. Dennis Colbert will have +5 medium and deep accuracy for the next game. Nice. But yeah, if it weren't for the mistakes from Baker Mayfield, I think that is an extremely losable game because the offense was not there today. The only reason we put up 31 is because of, like I said, basically 2 defensive touchdowns. We do have the one new injury to report. That's Baron Browning with the torn labrum. He'll miss the next 4 games. That is a brutal injury to the defense, but we do have Nick Benito, like I said, and he is a pretty quality backup. So I went ahead and advanced the week, and in the next episode, we're going to face off against the 3-1 Colts, who look to be a pretty evenly matched team to us. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're continuing to enjoy the content. Thank you guys so much once again for 1,000 subs. We're already closing in on 1,100, but I will see you in the next episode where we'll face off against the Colts.